Welcome back to HPL, and wow, what a match. Just SjoW getting a 3-0 win over Kaldi, just sweeping him right out of his match here tonight, and just his Hunter play in this tournament so far, in HPL so far, just magnificent.
Yeah, really showing you what he's about. That's a difficult one for me to think of there. Again, just wildly mixing it up from game 1 to game 2, and then continuing to leverage that Hunter deck moving forward. It's been so great to see him play a strategy that really gives his opponent an impression of what he's going to do, and then going, you know what? Forget that. I'm going to go straight pressure for you and force you to answer every single thing that I throw at you, because if you can't, I'm going to get this win.
Yeah, loved the way he played game 1. He had the Grim Patron Warrior deck, was super patient when he could be, just knew that he wasn't in jeopardy of dying over the next couple turns, and just waited and waited and waited for a Warsong Commander. Finally got it, dealt 87 points of damage or something like that in the game. He had a lot of turns in this match where he did just a ton of damage, and you saw him get these wins with these Hunter decks. And you know what? That Stranglethorn Tiger, it might be sneaking into some other people's decks here soon.
Stranglethorn Tiger, that's like one of the craziest cards I think I've seen SjoW play. You know, I've tried it myself in a couple of different decks. I haven't had as much success with it as he has, but it was integral to him winning in game 2. It gave him that 5 points of damage he needed to make sure that he could swing through that game and have literally just enough damage to go ahead and pick off Kaldi in that one. But it sounds like we've got SjoW on the line here for you to give, so he can give you some direct insight. SjoW, can you hear us?
Yeah, barely though.
Well, congratulations on your win here in HPL. It's your 3rd one so far. You know, we're going to go with some questions here right off the bat. Tannen's got one for you.
Yeah, so what did you expect to play against today, and why did you bring the decks that you did?
Well, I expected to play against Druid, Handlock, Hunter. Those were the most common things I was expecting, so I guess Hunter was a good choice. And I also expected him to try to counter me, because I'm known for, I guess I'm known for Handlock, I'd say, Druid, and Warrior, either Patron or Controlled Warrior.
Well, you're starting to be known for your Hunter play here, and you said that Handlock was something you expected. Talk to us a little bit about this Malygos Warlock deck that's kind of been coming to fruition lately, and how you specifically wanted to handle that matchup.
Yeah, I think he tried to mix it up, because I think he thought I would expect him to play Handlock, because I know he's a very good Handlock player. Well, he probably had the Malygos ready for my Handlock, because he had double BGH, and that apparently should crush Handlock, but I'm not so sure about it. And also, I mean, it's I haven't faced it so much. Like, I think it's kind of overrated, but that's just my opinion, I guess.
And then the last question I got for you here. Talk to us about the HPL format. A lot of players have been adjusting pretty rapidly to it. What is your take on the HPL format, and what do you think it takes to be a winner?
Sorry, I can barely hear you.
In the HPL format, we've seen players adjusting to what's happening in it. What's your take on the HPL format, and what do you think players need to do to be a winner?
I mean, you have to adapt to your opponent, I guess. That's the biggest factor. Like in other tournaments, you're facing random players. Here, you know who you will face, so you can kind of make a solid lineup against his general lineup. So I kind of like it. You know, it favors the player that prepares a lot. Even though I didn't prepare too much for this particular match, but it went well anyway.
Well, it certainly went well for you. 3-0 victory over Kaldi, and that moves you up to 3-1 now in HPL. So congratulations on your win here tonight.
Congrats.
Thank you.
That's going to do it for SjoW. I mean, we've seen it time and again, players, you know, at the beginning, they're kind of feeling out exactly how the format works, but as it continues to develop, the people who are studying their opponents and picking the best strategies against what they generally play are the ones who are getting an edge in these matches.
Yeah, absolutely. You're seeing these players start to really make their own metagame here within HPL, and the ones that are doing their homework and changing up enough are getting a lot of the wins. You're seeing that develop a lot with players like Dog and Super JJ, who are actually playing in our first match tomorrow, and players like Jab, who, you know, started out 0-2, but with his win tonight is 4-0 in his last 4 matches over the last week. I got to say, He's been just one of the best stories so far here in HPL. To start at 0-2, you can get really demoralized, but he kept his head straight, figured out what his problem was, said he was getting targeted, and then, you know, he promised us, he was like, I'm going to come back and I'm going to be better. I'm going to do better, and he has been. He's been 4-0.
Yeah, so that's going to do it for tonight's matchups. We can take a look at the standings and see exactly how everything's been rolling. Nyria took his match 3-2. Jab was able to win his match 3-1, and then SjoW kind of keeping that pattern going, 3-0 over Kaldi, moves him up to 3-1 now here. I'm sorry, 2-1 now here in HPL, and Jab, just like you said, 4-2 now. You know, in terms of wins, right ahead of Dog and Nyria, both of those guys 3-0. And like you said, Dog, he's coming tomorrow to try to get that 4th win on the board. Kind of moving into tomorrow's lineup and exactly the matches we have.
Yeah, the lineup that we have tomorrow is a great one, and the first match is one that I'm super excited about. We have Super JJ and Dog has been just killing it lately. He's 3-0 here in HPL. He's coming off a final appearance at DreamHack. And Super JJ, no slouch either. He's been 2-0, and you know what? He's looked really, really good in his matches. And our second match, we have Kaldi coming back from today, looking to, you know, right the ship, get a win. He's going to be playing against Ostkaka. That's going to be interesting too, because Ostkaka, we haven't seen a lot of him here yet in HPL, so we're going to have to see if he can really, you know, turn it around and get some wins here. And then our last match, I like this one a lot as well, Nyria versus Zale.
Yeah, Kaldi and Ostkaka, very similar play styles, I would say, in terms of what they choose in the past. They favor these sort of control decks and looking for these endgame situations where they can have a crushing lead on the board and turn that into a win. And Nyria versus Zale, I mean, Zale, we've seen him be pretty aggressive so far coming out. He's historically been very aggressive as well. And Nyria, we saw a little bit of that today as he played Face Hunter, but tends to favor that control style. So it'll be really interesting to see how those players tackle that matchup. So that's going to do it for tonight, though. 3 matches in the books. But remember, there's more matches every Monday through Thursday at 5 p.m. Central Time, right here on twitch.tv/PvP Live. If you want more information about the players, their schedules, who they're going to play against, the standings so far, the recaps, replays, anything that you need to know about the players, the strategies, and how they play them is available over at pvplive.net. You can check it out all for yourself. So that's going to do it tonight, and for everyone here at the at the PvP Live studios here in Frisco, Texas, I am Nathan, that's Admiral Zamora with the Tan and Grace. Thank you so much for watching Hearthstone here on PvP Live, and we'll see you tomorrow night.